Hey everyone, how are you? Welcome to another question and answer session for MRCS Part A exam. It is the physiology portion. The question: which of the following statement is true of the glucagon? So we have glucagon is a hormone which is released by the pancreas, and we have to find out the true option of glucagon. So we have to know details about the glucagon. Here the options are: glucagon is produced in response to hyperglycemia, released by beta cells, inhibit gluconeogenesis, produced in response to an increase of amino acid composed of two alpha polypeptide chain linked by hydrogen bond. So let's see some important information regarding the glucagon. First of all, glucagon is a protein. So this is important. Glucagon is a protein in nature. It is a hormone and it is composed of single polypeptide chain. This point is very important. Insulin contains two polypeptide chain, but glucagon, it has only one polypeptide chain. So this line, the glucagon is a protein hormone, is important. And second one, it is a single polypeptide chain. There we can say it is produced by the alpha cell. This information also very important. The glucagon, it is released from the alpha cell. On the other hand, the insulin, it is released by the beta cell of the pancreas. And another information that it is the pancreatic islets of Langerhans. That means the alpha cell, it is released of the pancreas islets of Langerhans, and the insulin, it is released from the beta cells of pancreatic island Langerhans. And the glucagon, it responds in the hypoglycemia. That means glucagon is released when glucose level is reduced. And the glucagon, it comes when glucose is gone. That means when blood glucose level gone, that means when the blood glucose level is reduced, then glucagon appears to increase the blood glucose level. So glucagon, it responds when glucose is gone. So glucose is gone, then response glucagon. Then it increase the blood glucose level and ketones. So this point also very important. All the stems or all the lines are in this slide are important regarding the glucagon. So glucagon, it released when glucose is gone, so it increased the blood glucose level and also the ketone bodies. Then glucagon, it is a hormone antagonistic to the insulin. We know insulin, it reduce plasma glucose level. On the other hand, the glucagon, it increase the plasma glucose level. Then it will result is an increased plasma glucose level. So the final goal of glucagon is to increase the plasma glucose level. So this slide or this page is very important regarding the glucagon. So again, as it is very important, we have to read from first to last. First of all, it is a protein hormone, and the second one, it is single polypeptide chain. It is released from the alpha cell of the islets of Langerhans of the pancreas, and it release or response due to hypoglycemia. It increase plasma glucose, also the ketone bodies. And glucagon, it is antagonistic to the insulin, and finally it increase the plasma glucose level. So here we can see the stimulation and inhibition factor of the glucagon. The glucagon, it is stimulated or released when there is plasma glucose level is decreased. When increased catecholamine, the catecholamine, when catecholamine is increased, this catecholamine, they are the substances were released when there is sympathetic nervous system stimulation. During this sympathetic nervous system stimulation, we need more energy. So when increase catecholamine, that means this time we need more energy. So this time we need glucose. So for increasing the glucose, glucagon come to the blood and increase the glucose. Then here we can see increase plasma amino acid and sympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system, it release this catecholamine. So sympathetic nervous system, it also stimulates the glucagon secretion. Then we can see this acetylcholine. Acetylcholine also the stimulatory factor, and cholecystokinin also the stimulatory factor for glucagon release. Then here we can see the inhibitory factor of the glucagon. So first of all, here we can see the somatostatin. The somatostatin is a globally reducing factor. That means the somatostatin, it inhibits all the materials or all the hormones or all the secretion of the gastrointestinal tract. So this somatostatin, it is very very important. It is globally, or it is in general, inhibitory hormone. Then here we can see the insulin. The insulin and glucagon, they are opposite. So the insulin, it inhibits the glucagon release. Then increase free fatty acid and ketone bodies, it also inhibits the glucagon release. And increase urea, it also reduce the glucagon release. So here we can see a paragraph. They are showing the glucagon. The main goal of the glucagon is to increase the blood glucose level. So now see what's happened. So first of all, here we can see glycogenolysis. That means the stored glycogen is broken down and release glucose. So glucose level increase. Then gluconeogenesis. That means the production of the glucose from non-carbohydrate sources. So this process also, there is increase of glucose. And then here we can see lipolysis. That means the breakdown of lipids and production of the ketone body, also some part production of the glucose. So also glucose and ketone body level increase. Then amino acid catabolism, it also increase, or it also produce the blood glucose. So glucose level increase. So only one point or only one line is important. That means the glucagon, its main target is to increase the blood glucose level. Here again we can see the glucose metabolism. In glucose metabolism, glycolysis and gluconeogenesis. In case of lipid metabolism, lipolysis and ketogenesis. In case of protein metabolism, it is ureagenesis and hepatic amino acid uptake. And energy metabolism, decrease food intake and increase food expenditure. So here it is our now answer. Let's see the options. The glucose is produced in response to hyperglycemia. It is not true, because glucose is produced, glucagon is produced when glucagon, that means glucose is gone, that means blood glucose level reduce. So it released in response to hypoglycemia, not hyperglycemia. Then it is released from the beta cell. It is not also true, because the glucagon is released from alpha cell. From the beta cell, insulin release. Then inhibit gluconeogenesis. It is also not true, because it stimulates gluconeogenesis for production of the new glucose molecules. Then produce in response to increased amino acid. It is also true. Composed of two alpha polypeptide chain linked by hydrogen bond. It is not true, because glucagon, it composed of only one amino acid, but insulin, it composed of two amino acid. So it is all about the glucagon. Thank you all for staying with us.